Okay, Coach, thank you. We've got clear skies and brisk temperatures. You know what that is? That's perfect fall football weather here at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 28-yard line.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Check it.
And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Let's go.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
First down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And he's got room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one 28 yards on the ground.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Ravens 7, Steelers nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He finds an opening past the 40. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. Think about some of the memorable performances that Ben Roethlisberger has had over the years, and one of them came against the Ravens. He threw 6 touchdowns back in 2014 in a win against Baltimore. And actually, now that I think about it, that was on the heels of a 6-touchdown performance in a win over Indianapolis the week prior. So October 2014 was kind to Big Ben. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Second and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Block 80!
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Hey, here we go.
On second and 11 now. Roethlisberger, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. On fourth down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us a ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I've never returned punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. They run. It's Mark Ingram. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On third down, Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On first and 10 is Connor, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front, so when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Ben leaves to counter on the draw. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Here we go.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Alert, alert. Shit. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Steelers nothing.
Like 5.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Focus, defense, focus.
On second down, it's Connor, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Brings up third down.
Hey, wahoo! Black,
Third and 2, now Roethlisberger to the goal line, but it's incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Check three.
On second down now, it's Ingram, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Here's Ingram. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram. He goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield. Although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence. Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it second and 12.
At the 46-yard line.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's going deep for Brown. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. The drive will start with Connor, and he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
64, weak.
From the 30 on second down, Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And the Steelers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hey, orbit. Black and burn.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 43. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh 1st.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Connor. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They come out here in the eye. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
66. Check.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
First down, Ravens.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. He uncorks it for Snead. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Get ready. Get ready.
To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Miles Boykin, 35 yards. As the Ravens push further out in front. Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Next to score, Ravens 21, Steelers 10.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. To the right side to Eric Ebron. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
Here's Roethlisberger. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Safe.
General West.
Alert 3. Watch twist.
Corner. Hey, Haywood.
Now Roethlisberger. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Screen pass to Connor. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And Boswell's kick is good. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk? Rush coming, and he's taken down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Roethlisberger. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. He won't go down. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
At the 9-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Ingram again. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
Now it's Jackson. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Cameron Hayward able to record his 5th sack of the season. Tucker's kick is good. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses. And excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Roethlisberger.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got him in. Complete. 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 79 yards as his guys are back within a single score. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Roethlisberger will throw. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On 1st down, Ingram. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Snead's got it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jackson. towards the end zone for Brown. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
And especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Check 26.
From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Stephon Tuitt came out at Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wondered, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Such a valuable commodity to have a tight end who can run and get open. How about what he just did there? Worked his way from right to left across the field and found his way free.
Roethlisberger now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here I come! Here I come! Here I come!
Again, it's Connor. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Let's go!
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. Short little throw to Ebron. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Roethlisberger will hand the counter. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Show that bench release and go.
On third down, Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Roethlisberger now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. His throw caught at about the 5. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Alert, alert.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. Extra point put through by Boswell. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Throwing on second down, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014.
Third and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Hatch it. Hatch
it. He can't get him down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, check. Mike 50. I'm going back to you.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They start the drive with Connor. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Connor. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The quick slant, good for 8 and a 1st. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Alert, alert. Y'all playing the wrong protein spill. Shift.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, a run with Connor. And an alley to run. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Like 80. Here we go.
Roethlisberger dropping to a knee, and that ought to do it.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Ravens' 47-yard line. Today,
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Pittsburgh, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Oh, I hear you guys talking about Victory Monday. Only one way to get that. Let's see some hustle out there. We got a big game on Sunday.
Yellow, go on, 80. Yellow, on 80. Present. Right, 180. Present. Yellow, let's go on. Present. Right, present. Yellow, let's go blue 80. Present.
Hey, man, that was great. I mean, you had a great day today. You taking the first steps towards success in this league. But don't... More steps ahead, so you got to keep it up.
Yellow, let's go on 80. Present. 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 Right, let's go on 80. Present. Yellow, let's go blue 80. Present. Hey, let's go. Right, let's go on 80. Present. Yellow, let's go blue 80. Present. Fight down these two. Let's go blue 80. Present. Yellow, let's go on 80. Present.
Hey, man, listen. Great job today.
Yellow,
And as long as you keep moving in the right direction, we're going to be just fine.
Present. Let's go, baby. Yellow, 180. Present. Yellow, 180. Present. Yellow, let's go 180. Present. Yellow, 180. Present. Right, let's go blue 80. Yellow, let's go 180. Present. Right, let's go 180. Present. Yellow, let's go 180. Present. down these two. Fire down these two. There's a wall. Right. Watch out. Yellow. There's a wall. Right. Watch out. Hey, let's get it now. Let's get it right now. Yellow. Let's go 180.